Please welcome to Moment and Story. Here you'll find story that inspire, touch the heart, and reflect the beauty of everyday life. Another side of a strong-hearted Thai woman, Fawn stood by the stainless steel sink, elbows pressed to the edge until they went numb. The hot water in the small restaurant's kitchen scalded her hands raw. The blue rubber gloves the owner provided had ripped hours ago, so she washed barehanded, steam rising like smoke around her face. She glanced at the old clock balanced between jars of spices. 9:47 p.m., just one more hour, she whispered in Thai, a voice no one else could hear. She once dreamed of a life abroad, spacious windows, morning coffee, soft beds. The reality was mountains of greasy pans, lipstick-stained wine glasses, and garlic-stuck plates. Every scrub, every scrape, was worth coins she would never really touch, money already marked to send home. Fawn had married Michael, a blue-eyed man with thinning hair and a tired face. He wasn't rich. He drove delivery trucks by day, worked the kitchen at night, and drank cheap beer in front of the TV when he had energy left. Back in Chayapham, her family saw only the word Farang. In their eyes, marrying a foreigner meant fortune. You must be living in comfort now, her mother repeated every Sunday video call. Fawn would smile, turning her camera to the clean corner of their apartment, warm yellow light. A tidy mug on the table. She never panned over the broken oven or second-hand blanket on the couch. She didn't want her mother's dream to collapse under the weight of her truth. Monday morning, the thermometer read -7 degrees Celsius. Fawn wrapped herself in 3 layers, scarf covering her mouth, ears stinging in the wind. Her lunchbox was a pack of instant noodles with a single egg, sometimes leftover chicken wings from the restaurant if she was lucky. On the family group chat, her sister posted a steaming pot of shabu, thin slices of beef curling in boiling broth. Caption: Life needs shabu sometimes. Followed by laughing stickers. Fawn typed back, looks delicious, miss you all. Then shoved her phone away and returned to the sink. Wednesday night, Michael stumbled in later than usual. His coat reeked of cigarettes and beer. Sorry, love. Long shift. Customers gave me hell. His voice was rough, eyes heavy. Fawn boiled water, dropped noodles into a chipped bowl, cracked an egg. She placed it in front of him. Sorry, it's nothing fancy. Michael smiled faintly. It's perfect. We'll get through this, together. Fawn wasn't sure what together meant anymore. They were 2 bodies orbiting the same exhaustion. She wanted to hug him, but the smell of detergent clung to her sleeves. So she swallowed her ache and sat silently. Payday. She logged into her bank, saw the number shrink after taxes and insurance. Then she opened her remittance app. Half her wages vanished into the digital ether, home to Thailand. Money for her father's diabetes treatment, for school fees, for a leaking roof. Her phone pinged, photos of her nephew in new school uniform. A message: Thank you, dear. You're our blessing. Fawn stared at the screen. The warmth of gratitude cut sharply against the sting of what she denied herself. Red rashes spread up her left hand. She ducked into the back restroom, ran cold water over her skin, smeared on cheap cream. She thought about seeing a doctor, but one checkup cost more than a day's wages. She returned to the sink as if nothing had happened. You okay, Fawn? Maria, the head chef, shouted, Yes, chef. Fawn forced a smile. Good. Busy night, don't die on me. Maria laughed, and Fawn chuckled for one fleeting second before her face returned to stone. Friday night, the restaurant was packed. Jazz music floated in from the dining room. Fawn scrubbed until her shoulders locked up. A college waitress dropped off another tray. "Thanks." The girl chirped, flashing Fawn a bright smile. Fawn thought of her own 20s in Bangkok, when she believed that going abroad was an escalator to heaven, not a staircase to climb with torn shoes. She clocked out near midnight, trudged home through fresh snowflakes glowing under street lamps. She stopped at a convenience store, bought 2 packs of instant noodles on sale. Michael was asleep on the sofa when she got in, TV flickering. She tiptoed into the kitchen, filling a pot for tomorrow's chores. "Why don't you go out with friends?" Michael asked one Sunday morning. "I don't have any." "You've got coworkers. They have their own groups. They talk too fast. Then go to the park, or a bookstore." Fawn shook her head. Sundays were for laundry and meal prep. If she didn't, Monday would collapse. Michael wrapped an arm around her shoulders. "I just want to see you smile more." "We smile every Sunday, on camera with my mom," she teased lightly. He chuckled and squeezed her tighter. One evening, Maria handed her a tube of cream. "Take this. Your hands are breaking down. I'll pay you back." "Don't. I used to stand at that sink too. I know the pain." Fawn froze, then gave a small why out of habit. "Thank you. Come eat with us after shift sometimes. We grill chicken, we share." The word share wrapped around Fawn like an extra blanket in winter. At the community clinic, a nurse examined her hand. "Chemical burns. You need rest." "Gloves. Moisturizer." Fawn laughed softly. "I can't rest. I wash dishes every day." "Is there anyone to help you?" "Only myself." The nurse scribbled down a cheap ointment, suggested double gloves, 5-minute breaks. Fawn folded the paper into her pocket. At least today, she felt reminded that she was still worth care. "Sweetheart, I want to build a new kitchen at the back," her mother said on the Sunday call. Fawn did the math in her head. She'd have to send more. She nodded anyway. "Yes, May. I'll help." Her sister laughed. "Our little sister is so generous." Fawn smiled, hiding her throbbing hand beneath the camera's view. "What are you eating, Fawn?" Her mother asked. "Chicken soup, warm and nice," Fawn lied. In reality, it was noodles again. The coldest night of winter, the apartment lost power. Michael cursed at the fuse box. "Electric company says wait." He lit 3 candles. Fawn shivered, bones aching. Michael draped a blanket over her shoulders. They sat in silence, listening to the storm batter the windows. "Do you miss home?" he asked. "Every day." She paused. "But some days, I miss myself more." "What do you mean?" "I miss being young. Having time to laugh. To rest. But I chose this path." "We chose it together," he said. She nodded in the dark. "Want to move up to prep cook?" Maria asked one day. "Chopping vegetables, making sauces. Higher pay. But more English, more teamwork." Fawn hesitated. "More money ward with more words. Can I try?" If I fail, I'll return to the sink. Maria grinned. Deal. I've got your back. That night, Fawn hurried home, heart pounding. She told Michael. He hugged her. So proud of you. For the first time in weeks, her smile stretched wide. Her first day went badly. She chopped too slowly, stumbled over words. Waiters giggled. Funny accent, she overheard. She bit her tongue and kept slicing onions until her eyes blurred. At lunch, she opened her phone, another family photo, this time at a barbecue buffet. She stared at her own plastic container, noodles again, with 2 free lettuce leaves Maria had given her. She chewed slowly, fighting the hollow ache. One night, a waitress slipped on spilled wine. Glasses shattered. Fawn rushed to help, cutting her finger deep on a shard. Blood gushed. Maria pressed gauze against it. Fawn hissed but forced, "I'm okay." That night, she called home. "Any health problems, dear?" Her mother asked. "No, May. I'm fine." Fawn bit back tears as she hung up. Spring came. Snow melted, trees budded. Fawn walked past a shop displaying pink tulips. She paused, counted money silently, then moved on. She grew quicker at prep, better at timing. Maria taught her a sauce. One evening, a customer praised the pasta, though Fawn never heard the words directly. Still, she carried them into her sleep like a hidden jewel. Sunday call again. This time, Fawn dared to tell her mother the truth. Life isn't easy here. I wash dishes long hours, both hot and freezing. No real breaks. I just want you to know the reality. Silence. Then her mother's voice softened. I'm sorry for assuming, dear. Keep your money for yourself. Take care of you first. Her sister added, if you can't send as much next month, don't worry. We'll manage. We need to help you too. Fawn pressed her lips together, tears rising. Thank you. She began dividing her salary into 3 envelopes, one for home, one for emergencies, one for herself. She bought better hand cream, second-hand non-slip shoes, and one Sunday morning, a single tulip for the table. Michael noticed. Our home looks brighter. Yes, she said, stroking the flower. And so does my heart. The work was still brutal. Her English still faltered. But something inside shifted. She learned to say no to overtime, claimed 1 day off every 2 weeks for checkups. She texted her family, this month, I'll send less. My hands are healing. They replied with heart emojis instead of guilt. One Monday, Maria closed the restaurant early for a picnic. Fawn went along, awkward at first, then laughing under the sun. She took pictures of the sky, daisies, her sturdy shoes, and sent them home. Today I really rested, she captioned. Her mother replied with a photo of Jasmine by their fence. It's beautiful here too. Summer heat scorched the kitchen, yet Fawn adapted. She mastered new sauces, received small compliments that fueled her. She saw photos of her family's new silver roof, her sacrifices made tangible. One rainy night, staring at her reflection in the kitchen window, she realized she wasn't the same timid woman. Her face was plain, tired, but her eyes were unbreakable. Happiness, she discovered, wasn't what her family imagined, fancy meals, easy wealth. It was the healing skin on her hands. It was the emergency envelope growing thicker. It was a tulip in a glass of water. It was the courage to tell the truth and survive it. When people asked, she still said, "I'm fine." But now, those words meant resilience, not concealment, and in a small apartment lit by yellow bulbs, she brewed herself a cup of tea, not noodles this time. She sipped, smiled at her reflection, and whispered, "I will not abandon myself. Not anymore."